Hi everyone. Have you ever made a mistake while speaking in English? Perhaps you have had some awkward English language situations. English is a tricky language. Instead of feeling proud about your attempt to speak, which is what you should feel generally, you begin to feel embarrassed about your grammatical mistakes. Well, isn't English a funny language? And it seems even funnier when we speak the language incorrectly. Don't worry, even the native English speakers tend to mix up a few phrases or get confused between certain words. And that is why we are here to shed light on some of the common mistakes to avoid while speaking in English. So come, let's quickly get started with this video. The first and the most common mistake that we do is using the wrong tense form. I repeat, many people use the wrong tense unknowingly. For example, instead of saying I didn't say that, we end up saying I didn't said that. A lot of us get confused between the past and the present tense, and this leads to a mix-up of the tenses while speaking and using the same. Don't get tensed and practice the tenses we'd say. The second most common mistake that we often do is starting every sentence with basically or like. Basically, it's like I always like to travel. That's basically a big no. Refrain from using words like basically and like at the beginning of the sentence or in between them. Doing so reflects laziness and a lack of creativity as we speak. And this is a common mistake made by majority of the English speaking population of India. The third one is using two comparatives or superlatives together. Now, as a general rule of thumb, always remember that a sentence must not have two superlatives or comparatives together. For example, this pizza is more better than the one we had yesterday is incorrect. You cannot use such a sentence. Here, the word better is a comparative of the adjective good, and more is the comparative of the adjective much. So instead of saying this sentence, you should rather say this pizza is better than the one we had yesterday. Now when you end up saying they are going to send my friend and I an invitation, here if we remove the person preceding the I, it would sound like they are going to send I a package, which is wrong. It's not correct. The correct sentence instead would be they are going to send me a package. Similarly, we say Rahul and me are going to the market. Now again, if we repeat the same process for the previous sentence, it becomes me am going to the market, which is again incorrect. Avoid this mistake, and in both the cases, always put yourself last. Does or do? Which one to use when? This is the most persistent confusion we have in our day-to-day speaking. Does is used for the singular form of subject, for example, she or he, and do is used for the plural form, for example, they. P.S. With I, we use do. For example, he does not like that. Similarly, they do not like that. They is plural. I do not like that. Did you notice? The usage changes as per the subject. Well, there has been a lot of confusion with the word revert and revert back. The word revert itself means to get back to a previous situation or a condition. So adding the word back in the sentence is incorrect and is of no use. So instead of saying I will revert back soon, you should rather say I will revert soon. Well, we always say cope up with and not cope with. Although we end up this English speaking during informal conversations, but it's always better to know the correct usage, isn't it? Cope up and with are never used together. For example, let's cope with the hectic days is correct. Adding up after cope in this sentence would make the sentence incorrect. Now that you know the correct ways to use and speak in English, you're all set to become grammar Nazi or English speaking pro. With this, we've come towards the end of today's video. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Also, these are just a very few of the many examples of mistakes that we make. If you wish to learn about more such common mistakes and learn how to avoid them, download our Learn from Native or the LFN app and join our live classes with the native tutors. I'll see you again in the next video with another interesting topic. Till then, adios.